All right, today is World Stroke Day, and as the saying goes, time lost is brain lost. And Dr. Dan Wu with UC Health joins us with Tammy Unger to talk about her particular experience. This came out of nowhere for you, right?
Yes.
I mean, you're a runner, you're in good health.
Yes.
And then tell what happened.
Well, on December 6th of 2017, I woke up that morning and I knew something was wrong. I had a kaleidoscope experience. I saw everything in like 6. And so I closed my eyes real tight and I opened my eyes back up and I could still see everything in 6 particles. I could see, but it was in 6. So I closed my eyes and then I was losing blocks of time. The next time I woke up, my husband was standing over me and he's like, honey, are you okay? Because normally I'm up by 6 and it was 8:30. And I said, no, I'm really not. I said, something is drastically wrong. And he said, come on, I'll help you get up. And we walked downstairs. I was holding his shoulders. My balance was way off. We got downstairs and he said, you want to fix breakfast? And I said, sure. I tried to get up to fix breakfast. I couldn't. The next thing I knew, breakfast was fixed. He said, I've got to get you somewhere. The next thing I knew, I was dressed and had shoes on. He put me in the car. He had called my family doctor and she said, talk to me, Tammy. And I don't remember what I said. And she told my husband, she said, Jim, get her to the nearest hospital, emergency room. And so the next thing I knew, I was at our local emergency room. And then they transferred me to UC, where I saw Dr. Wu. Yeah. And Dr. Wu had performed, I had had a CAT scan at the local emergency room, which showed negative. And so then Dr. Wu had said, you know, might be migraines, but we're going to rule out a stroke. And so then the following day, I had a 3-hour MRI. And then that's where it showed the bilateral thalamic stroke. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you see it on the MRI.
And then I also had several cerebellar strokes.
Yeah. Dr. Wu, Tammy's experience points out, even though there are some commonalities, everybody's experience is not the same.
That's right. So the brain has a whole lot of different functions to it. The key thing for hers was that she had this unusual visual symptom that was part of it. A lot of people have a loss of vision. She had this kaleidoscopic vision, which made it very hard for people to recognize that it was a stroke. Recognizing stroke is the first step in order to treating it as aggressively and quickly as possible. Stroke is when a blood vessel in the brain gets blocked off. That part of the brain is sort of suffocating. It's not getting enough oxygen. And if we can restore blood flow to that part of the brain as quickly as possible, you can limit the damage that's done.
Yeah. And Tammy, you were able to do that. I know you said that you're running again and that sort of thing.
Yes.
We don't have a lot of time, but Tammy was a runner before. Yes. Are there things that people can do to kind of minimize the risk of having a stroke?
Definitely, although Tammy didn't have them, probably the biggest risk factors are hypertension, diabetes, smoking behavior. These are things that you can do to reduce your risk of stroke by hundreds of fold. And so it's really critical, if you know that you have these risk factors, take your treatments to lower your risk factors for that. And then being aware of the warning signs of stroke. We use the mnemonic FAST, face, F for face, A for arm, S for speech, and T for time to get treatment. But if you see somebody with facial weakness, arm weakness, abnormality of their speech, that covers 70 to 90% of all strokes.
And Tammy's evidence, you get help quickly, and you recover quickly. I thank you both for coming and talking about a very timely subject on World Stroke Day. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.